Are you ready to learn some real life English with comprehensible input? Well, good, because today we are going to talk about what I eat in a day to try and be more healthy. So, what is comprehensible input? Comprehensible input is when a native speaker, like me, speaks slowly and clearly so that you can understand. So, how do I start my day to be more healthy? Alright guys, it is your English-speaking friend, Kyle. Today we're talking about the things that I eat in a day to be more healthy. Because honestly guys, that's something that I know I need to work on and take better care of my health. And it's hard to say it, but food has always been a weakness of mine. I just love to eat. I love to eat, guys. And when I make these big dishes, like a big bowl of beshbarmak or a big bowl of Indian butter chicken, guys, I could just eat and eat and eat. And that's okay every once in a while. But when I start doing it every day or 4 or 5 times a week, I know that I need to change things and start eating healthier. So guys, I just woke up. Maybe you can tell by my hair that I just woke up. So let's talk about how I start my day when it comes to eating. So guys, I don't eat what you would call breakfast. The early meal in the day when you first wake up. Many people around the world, they wake up and they go eat breakfast, okay? I don't do that. I eat twice a day. So my breakfast will be a little bit later in the day. The earliest I usually eat is about 10 a.m., but it can be anywhere between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. that I will have my first meal, which is basically like my breakfast. So guys, the first thing always for me is coffee. This actually is espresso. You just saw me make it with my espresso machine. But when I'm really trying to take care of myself, there's something I do before I have my coffee, and that is water. I try to hydrate first before I start drinking my coffee. And I've noticed that when I do this, I feel much, much better. So the thing is, if you're just drinking water, you drink it, later you go to the bathroom, it goes out of you, and sometimes it even brings some of the minerals that are in your body out with it when you go to the bathroom. So a practice, a habit that I've found that really makes me feel better and more hydrated is having some salt with my water. So this is Himalayan pink salt, and this one comes from Pakistan. So salute to our Pakistani friends. I know we've got some people watching there. And this is a pretty high quality salt. It's pink Himalayan sea salt, and that pink color comes from the different minerals that are in the salt. And when you buy just a normal salt, all that's in that, guys, is sodium. But if you buy a more high quality salt, you've got all kinds of what are called trace minerals, small minerals that come from the earth that are very important for our health that many people are not getting. So what I'll do is put just a little bit of salt in my hand like that. I'll eat the salt, and then I will have my glass of water. So I'll drink this whole glass of water, and then I'll have my coffee. Let me chug this water real quick. That's a cool piece of vocabulary, guys. Probably more used among young people, but to chug means that. It means to take a lot of a liquid and drink, chug, 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 chug. Okay, people say that at parties when they're drinking stuff that you shouldn't be chugging, but I just chugged my water. So now I can enjoy my coffee. I'm gonna go to the gym and get a nice workout, and then I will show you meal number 1. All right, guys, I just got back from the gym. Before I show you what I'm going to have for my first meal, I wanted to tell you guys a couple things that I'm thinking about the way I want to eat, my goals, and why it's been difficult for me lately to eat good. But before I do that, I want to show you guys this shirt sent to me by YouTube. This is the 20th anniversary of YouTube shirt, and it was only sent to a certain number of creators around the world, so I'm super, super honored to be one of them. So here it says established in 2005, and that was when YouTube became a company. And on the back you can see here the 20 and the YouTube logo. So happy late birthday to YouTube. I love this company, and I love the way that they treat their creators. They're always sending us cool stuff, and I really appreciate it. No job I've ever had has treated its employees that good. So thank you, YouTube. Honored to be a part of this company that I love so much. So guys, it's been difficult for me lately because when I make the cooking videos, I make these huge dishes, I eat so much, and then that's not so much of a problem. If I would just do that once a week or 2 times a month, that's okay. But the problem is when I eat something big and delicious, the next day it makes me want another big delicious meal, and then I keep going and keep going. So I know that that's a weakness of mine, and I need to be more disciplined to be healthier. Now guys, I have gained weight recently. Maybe it's not so easy to tell in my face, but I've gained over 10 pounds in the last couple of months, which I think is like 4 kilos maybe, and not very healthy. I am lucky, guys, because I'm pretty tall, so I have to gain a lot of weight before people notice and start saying things like, wow, Kyle, you're gaining weight. If I was shorter and gained 10 pounds, people would be like, oh, what happened to Kyle? So I don't know, maybe you guys have noticed in the videos I've gained a little bit of weight, and the problem, guys, when I gain weight, it goes to my stomach. I don't like that. So I need to take control of my eating, and I'd like to lose 10, 15 pounds. But I am in the gym too. I go to the gym and I'm trying to build muscle. So really, my goal is to eat healthier foods, not eat so much, and not eat the things that I know are bad for me, guys, like ice cream, cheesecake, sweets, pizza, a ton of bread, things like that. So my goal is to eat real foods, whole foods, which means they have one ingredient. So for example, an apple, the only ingredient is an apple. But if you buy certain bread from the store, there's 1,000 different ingredients in it, and those are the things that start to be bad for you. So I want to try and eat foods with as little ingredients as possible, make sure I'm getting enough protein to help my muscles grow in the gym, and I want to make sure that I'm getting enough vitamins and minerals to support brain health, skin health, heart health, and everything else. So the way I want to do this, guys, I'm going to eat very simple for at least a couple of weeks, and my main things will be eggs, white rice, fruits and vegetables, and just plain meat, okay? And I'm going to follow a rule which has really served me well in the past, and it's called the 80-20 rule. 80%, 20%. So what they mean by that is, as long as 80% of the food that you eat over the week is good, 20%, if 20% of the food that you eat is not as good, that's okay, because most of your food is good, healthy stuff. Now the problem, guys, here in the United States, I think it's usually the other way around, honestly. Most people are probably eating 80% garbage, some people 100%, and then just a little bit of healthy food. So I'm going to try and eat healthy food for most of everything I eat, and then once a week maybe I will cook an awesome dish. You know, maybe I'll have a little piece of cake if I go to a party or things like that. I'm not gonna tell myself I can't have good stuff, because that's when your brain starts to give up and then you go eat a whole cake. So I'm gonna allow myself to have a little bit of good stuff, but I'm gonna try and make sure that 80% of what I eat is good, healthy food, packed full of nutrition. And guys, the thing about me and my body responds quickly. It responds very fast. So for example, if I start eating really bad food, you'll be able to see a difference in my body. My body will start gaining fat quickly in a couple of weeks. But if I do the opposite of that and I start eating really healthy food, my wife even says like, wow, your body changes so quick. Like guys, if I stick with this for 2 weeks, my wife will be able to see a huge difference in my body, and that's a good thing. So I'm gonna try my best, guys, because there are things happening in my life that have given me motivation to take better care of myself and my health. All right, guys, let's get this first meal going. It is about 12 o'clock, or as we say in English, noon, midday. All right, guys, so the first part of my first meal is going to be 4 eggs,
full of protein, full of vitamins and minerals, one of the best foods on earth. And guys, normally the way I like to make eggs is not as healthy. I'll put a bunch of butter into a pan, crack the eggs into that, and then put a bunch of cheese on top. But today we're going to do something called poaching. I have a pot of water here and it's boiling. I'm going to crack the eggs in there, and it's a lot healthier because you're not getting any of the calories from the oil, from the butter, and from the cheese. Like I said, we're going to try and eat very clean and healthy today. So I'm going to crack these eggs into this pot of water and then just let them cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. I'll show you what they look like when it's done. All right, guys, our poached eggs have been cooking in the water for about 4 or 5 minutes. They are done. That's what a poached egg looks like. Super simple. And like I said, guys, it's just a super simple, super healthy way to cook your eggs. So here we have our 4 poached eggs. I'll show you guys the rest of the meal in just a minute. Okay, guys, meal number 1. We've got our poached eggs. This, guys, is a purple sweet potato. I haven't had one of these, but I love sweet potatoes. They're delicious and very good for you. And this one just looks cool, right? Purple. And then this, guys, this is called grapefruit. It's kind of like an orange, but it's not sweet. It's sour, but I like how it tastes. So, and some protein powder. And some protein powder to make sure that I'm getting enough protein after the gym. I've got my wife's mug here. The mug is the kind of cup, her Snoopy mug. And I'm gonna make my protein shake in here. 1, 2 scoops of protein. This is a super good one, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to have very little ingredients. This one only has whey protein, which is the protein that comes from milk, organic coconut sugar, and dried strawberries. So 3 ingredients, and it has 25 grams of protein. Mix that up a little bit, and this way we'll be making sure that my body's getting what it needs after the gym. So just because you're eating healthy food doesn't mean it has to taste bad. So I have this seasoning right here. This guy is a YouTuber called Stale Cracker. He's actually hilarious, and he makes really awesome food. So I like to buy this and support him. I'm gonna put this on my poached eggs, and he always says, "Ça c'est bon." That is good in French. And then I'll put a little bit of the pink salt on my potato. And then, my friends, I am ready to eat. Let's try the poached eggs. Nice and simple, guys. Super clean food. And this seasoning, guys, I'm telling you, it is delicious. Let's see what's in here. It has dehydrated vegetables, garlic, onion, bell pepper, and jalapeno, a little bit of sugar, lime flavor. So guys, this is what we call a Cajun seasoning, which means a little bit spicy, but tons of flavor. Super good. All right, let's see about this purple sweet potato. Super good, guys. Nice and sweet with that salt. Delicious. One other thing I wanted to mention, guys, that I'm really going to try and focus on over these couple weeks that I'm trying to eat healthier food is color. And that's something that they say, the more different colors you have on your plate, the better, because in nature, different colors mean different chemicals, and that means different nutrients. So for example, I've got some red fruit here, got some purple here, and you just want to do things like that. Try and have a little bit of green, a little bit of orange. And the idea is that if you eat a variety of different colors of fruits and vegetables, you'll be getting a lot of different nutrients that your body needs. All right, guys, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. I'll see you in a few.
Very cool.
All right, guys, camera wife is eating the other half of the purple potato. What do you think, baby?
It's so good and
Good?
different.
Good.
It's really good.
So my body is full of protein and nutrients. I'm super happy. Now I have one last little thing that I'm eating just because it's delicious. A little piece of chocolate. And it's like I said, guys, you eat 80% good, and then you can have a little bit of the things that are not so good for you. But the thing about dark chocolate, it's actually really good for you. So there is a little bit of sugar in this. I didn't get the one that's super bitter. There's a little bit of sugar in this, but dark chocolate is super good for your brain. There's tons of nutrients in cacao that are not in other things. So we're gonna also have a little piece of dark chocolate, and that will be it for meal number 1. All right, guys, it is now after 5 o'clock, between 5 and 5:30, and it's time for my second meal. And I was thinking, you know, I could make something fancy and make it look really nice and, you know, make the video look good. But I'm going to be real with you guys. What I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about what I'm going to make for this week while I'm trying to eat healthier, you know, for the next couple weeks, I want it to taste okay, pretty good, be full of nutrition, full of protein, and not cost a lot of money. So I didn't want to spend a bunch of money buying fancy stuff just so I could make the video look good. I'm going to show you guys how I'm eating today for super cheap and healthy. White rice, plain white rice. And this, guys, is salmon, pink salmon, and it's wild caught salmon, not farmed raised. This is a lot healthier because they're eating what they're supposed to eat, not eating what the farmers give them for cheap. So I'm going to put this salmon in with my rice. This is something I used to eat all the time before I had good jobs when I didn't have a lot of money. Just mix that up a little bit in the rice. And guys, this salmon is full of protein, full of vitamin D, and also full of healthy fats called omega-3s, which are super good for your brain and tons of other things in your body. So that's what we're looking like right now. I'm also going to add avocado, which also has a lot of good vitamins and healthy fat, and it's creamy and delicious. So I'm just going to cut it up like this and scoop it all out into my bowl here. Guys, this is the best way to get a seed out, to get an avocado seed out. I've seen people try and scoop them out with a spoon. That's not the best way. You take your knife, you whack it, and you turn, and you have it. Oh, whack is another word for hit. You whack it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. Cut it up and put it in my bowl. Camera wife looked at my bowl and she said, oh, she's looking at it like this. And now, guys, I'm going to add one last thing to this, which is something I discovered earlier this year, which apparently is super famous in China, and it has become one of my favorite condiments. Condiments are things that you put on food to make it better. Lao gan ma. Guys, love this. You guys would not believe the things I've put this on. I've put it on pasta. I put it on tacos all the time. Now I'm going to put it in this salmon rice avocado bowl. I'm working. Camera wife says, I'm on. Can I try a little bit?
I just feel like, oh my god, I feel like it's just...
This is marriage, guys. That's what marriage is. Okay, maybe just to try.
Oh, you put apple?
Just a little bit. All right. Now, gonna put some of this in there. And guys, this is chili peppers and has some soybeans. And it's absolutely delicious. Super happy I discovered it. Shout out to our Chinese friends who have this at home. If you live in China, tell me, do you have Lao gan ma in your house right now? The best thing about this, guys, it is spicy. All I did was lick the spoon and it made me cough, but it also has a wonderful flavor. Some hot sauces are just spicy for no reason. This is spicy, but has an incredible flavor. So now I'm going to mix this all up. And like I said, guys, this isn't pretty. It doesn't look like, you know, some of the dishes I make that are super good and people call me chef and stuff. This is just rice, salmon, avocado, full of nutrients, but healthy. Doesn't have to be boring. You can put the things you like in there, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be good. Let's try it out. Yeah, guys. Now, the funny thing is, I know there's some people right now who are looking at this saying like, ugh, that's disgusting. And then there's some people like my wife looking at it like this. I think camera wife's mad at me because I only let her have a little bit. All right, guys, I'm going to eat the rest of this bowl. Make sure camera wife's not mad at me. And then I'll show you what I'm having for dessert. All right, guys, dinner was super good. I feel full and it tasted really good too. Now for dessert. Do you guys know what this is? This is called a prickly pear cactus. And it's called prickly because prickly means sharp, things that can poke you. And this thing is sharp. When I put it in the bag at the store, it was tearing the plastic bag. So I don't know what on earth this thing looks like inside, what it tastes like, but I hope it's good because it's my dessert. And I was at the store, guys, at a store called Whole Foods, which has all kinds of different fruits and vegetables, organic stuff. So I figured I would give this a try. And like I said, more colors, more vitamins, more minerals. So let's see what's inside of a prickly pear cactus. And I got some paper towels because I don't know if this thing's juicy or not. This thing might be kind of dry inside, but it might be super juicy and start dripping out juice. So let's see. Oh, yeah, it's juicy, guys. Oh, super juicy. Hold on, let me cut this over the sink. Wow. All right, guys, that's not what I thought it would look like inside, but this thing is dripping. Tastes really good. I'm gonna be very well hydrated after this. So guys, this is kind of like a pomegranate. There's little seeds that have little bits of fruit around them, and it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I could almost drink it though because it's full of liquid, guys. Can you hear that? It's like a crunchy juice. Maybe try it. All right, guys, I'm gonna drink my dessert. I think I'm probably gonna have a healthy snack later, guys, because if I'm not eating a whole bunch of meat, I'm super hungry all throughout the day. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'll show you guys my healthy before bed snack. See you in a bit. All right, my friends, here we are at the end of today's food journey. And I'm going to prepare one of my favorite healthy snacks. And what you do is you take frozen berries or cherries. These are sweet cherries. Super delicious, and they have a lot of different vitamins and minerals in them as well, and antioxidants. Put those in a bowl, and then all you do is add a little bit of milk. This is a really good organic milk, and pour it on top. And because the berries are frozen, guys, you could see that the milk starts to freeze on them, and it really tastes like a healthy ice cream. Super good. It's got protein in it. There's a lot of vitamins in milk as well, and all the nutrients from the berries or cherries. I do this with blueberries too, and it's super delicious. So guys, this is the last thing that I'll be eating today. I think I did pretty good. I feel pretty happy about how I ate healthy today. I exercised, I meditated, and I ate good food. So I feel like I'm taking good care of my body and my mind today. You gotta be proud when you do good things, guys. Celebrate the little victories. So I will count today as a little victory, and I am one step closer to my health goals. So guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Tell me in the comments, what is something that you eat every day? All right, guys, appreciate you all so much. Thanks for being here, and I will see you